viewer or viewers. Today I'll be showing you a what happened there? Anyways, today I'll be showing you a Barrows guide for the average RuneScape player. I'll be showing different setups for your level, and I'll also be showing the ways to get there. This is a very in-depth guide, so please take your time when viewing it, and please, if you like it, comment, rate, and subscribe as usual. So here are the setups. Okay, the first setup will be for low and experienced level players. Now, when starting the Barrows, I recommend you have at least 56 defense. Now, 56 sounds like a really weird number, but it should really be above 50. Because when you're in the tunnels, you will receive various amounts of damage from the different monsters there. Varrock, one of the brothers, can also hit straight through defense, and you will just be hopeless. He will hit 3 and protect from melee, and you stand no chance against him. So, for the lower level guy, I recommend you wear the Mystics, have a Black Salamander if you are not AD Magic, and we'll get to that in a moment. Amulet of Glory, or Fury if you can afford it, and you can really replace all these magic armor with anything you are happy with that provides a better bonus. This is just the minimum. Harrowland Tar to make the Black Salamander function properly, and your highest Culinomancer's gloves. These are Rune. I highly recommend you do Recipe for Disaster Quest for the gloves, and Mystic Boots, and an Explorer's Ring, because it gives a +1 prayer bonus, or any Seer's Ring or Berserker Ring for a defense bonus. Now, this is the mid-leveled player setup. Again, we are going with the Mystic Boots for the slight prayer bonus, and the Skill Cape because it gives a couple of bonuses as well. But the Skill Cape can be replaced with an Ardo Cape for ease of access when teleporting, which I will get to in a moment. With this setup, it is slightly different as it provides a higher defense bonus and a prayer bonus. Now, when you are using this, I highly recommend your magic, strength, and ranged are all 75 plus, even 80. Hey, okay, because you really do not have much of a ranged and mage bonus here apart from the boots and the gloves. So I recommend this is for the mid-level players who are slightly experienced to Barrows and don't mind eating the extra shark. Another setup I like is the magic approach, using the polypore. This is my favorite one, and this is the one that got me most amount of kills every time. Now, I've gone for the polypore stuff, which requires 80 magic, and it is really, really efficient. In fact, I recommend if you are still beginning, you can replace the Arims with Mystic, because Polypore just dominates the Barrows brothers. I also have a Dragonfire Shield, because it provides me with a defense bonus against Varrock. If you have the right defense level, you can use it with anything else. The Tokal Zo gives me a nice other bonus as well. Defense bonus. It's almost like an Oink Ring. And you can replace the Mystic Boots with Infinity, but I really don't see the need as they have a similar bonus. Now, on my back I have the Ardor Cloak. This is because it has the Monastery Teleport, which comes in handy when you're fighting with the Barrows brothers, because it's a quick teleport near an altar. You can replace with the Soulwars Cape and restore your prayer with prayer potions if you feel like wasting money. I'll also be covering melee and ranged gear. So I have mostly tanking armor. I have the Thorax body and the Thorax legs. You can replace it with Darox if you like, and bring a Darox helmet, and an axe if you feel like using his effect in the tunnel. But I prefer this as it helps you with the defense and also gives you a nice attack bonus. You can replace the Dragon Defender with a Dragon Fire Shield, which gives you a really good defense bonus against Varrock. And as well with the Ardo Cape, you can replace it with the Soulwars Cape. I'll also be showing you a range setup. This is the range setup. Now, we have a Royal Dragonhide body, raw dragon head chaps, dragon boots, and the Calamancer's gloves. I've used the Calamancer's gloves over everything as it provides the best overall bonus that you can get. You can replace them with the gloves from the Dominion Tower as well. And as always, replace the glory with a fury if you can afford it. Now, the helmet doesn't really matter with the range, but I like using the full slayer helmet as it gives an attack bonus for the ranged, as you can see there. We use a rune crossbow as it is the only one we can use, or we can use a chaotic crossbow which fires broad-tipped bolts over here. I keep the Tuckle Zoro ring as it gives us a nice bonus as well. In your other hand, you'll have a holy book or a shield. I prefer the holy book when using ranged as it gives a nice prayer bonus. When you are ranging, it is recommended that you have at least a 90 range if you'll be trying it out in the tunnels. Simply because the Barrows brothers have a high-ish range defense. And the same with melee. I recommend you have at least 90 melee, 90 in all the melee stats. Okay, now I'll be showing you how to get to the Barrows and your infantry setup. Now, this is my recommended setup as I have shown you guys. In my inventory I have monkfish and only 4 prayer potions, because simply I can do a whole Barrows run without drinking prayer at all. But this is just for emergencies basically. And the food is just for the tunnels, that's why the majority of my inventory is food. If you have a carol portal in your house, it can be extremely useful if you need to restore prayer. Or you can just use Ardo Cape and use Drakhan's Medallion. Drakhan's Medallion requires completion of the Legacy of Sergei's quest and the Darkness of Darkmare. The Branches of Darkmare, sorry about that. So once you start off in the bank, over here, you can see on the map on screen that you will go through past the pub and into, keep going. You will walk past the fairy ring over here and the mushroom, the bittercat mushroom spawn, the mushroom patch over there with the leprechaun, and we will reach the gates. If you click open the gate, since I've done a couple of quests, it'll take me directly there, which is extremely useful. If you're not sure how to do it, please follow the map on the screen. Okay, once we've reached the Barrows area, we're gonna head to the south of the little place. The first mound I always start with is Darok. If we dig down, we can do this chamber. Activate melee straight away, and attack. Seems to repeat this process for all the brothers until you've gotten to one, which shows a message like this. If you've done a Ritual of Majorat quest, there is no need to kill a Krise, but if you win the extra combat XP, go ahead. You will still get the same amount of rewards if you only kill 5 of the brothers. When you're in the tunnels, I also recommend you bring a melee weapon. I have chaotics. You can use a dragon dagger, dragon longsword, and also bring a specking weapon. Preferably with Gorasi as it hits extremely high on the Barrows brothers, in the 300s for me. I've one time hit a 450. When you get to Tupac, there's not really a need to pray. because he has such a low attack rate. As you can see, he's barely hitting. I don't have 85 defense. So if you have 85 defense, don't really pray for Torag. Save it for the next brother. As you can see, I've just received the message that I showed you earlier on. We do not want to go in there. Instead, we want to kill the rest of the brothers, and then we head down into Guthan's tunnel. The tunnel can differ from player to player. We search the sarcophagus, and we head down. Yes, I'm fearless. Now we want to look for the only open door. And when you first come down, there'll only be one open door, and usually that will lead you to a side pathway, which you then have to try and find your way through. The map is black as they want to make it as hard as possible. The treasure room is usually in the center, as shown in the map on screen. When venturing through the caves, you can attack some creatures, like skeletons and worms. These only increase your rune count and drop towards a dragon medium helmet. I personally never kill them, because I'm only here for the Barrows items. When you get to this part when you get to a part like this, you can kind of see which door leads to the room. As you can see, it's that door over there. So I have to go all the way around until I get to that door. Okay, we reach the door. They'll give you a slightly square. Yep. The solutions are shown on screen for each puzzle. Now, you require a really fast brain to actually solve these. Let me kill this first. Now, once we're in the chest room, we usually cross our fingers and then we open it. But I'm just gonna kill this. Now we pot up and we do that. Oh, token. And now Guthan would appear. Continue maging him, or we can whip out the Karasi. See if we can hit. 170, still pretty good. Now, the reason why we don't just open the search and tell it away is because we haven't killed the sixth brother, sorry. So we will not get the maximum amount of loot that we could possibly get. Just claim that. Now we can search the chest. Runes, typical Barrows. Afterwards, we just teleport to the Canterbury Monastery. Restore our prayer. And return to Barrows. Or your house, and then walk from Canvas. That is all we have time for today. Thanks for watching, guys. But before we end this video, I'd like to say a few things. The brothers have certain effects on the player. For example, Darok, when he's on low life, he hits really hard. Like, he could hit above 600. Carol, he lowers your agility, and he hits extremely fast. So you don't even bother trying to prayer flick your raged. Or maybe he just lowers your strength sometimes, but most of the time his spell fails. Varrock, he hits through your prayer. Guthan, he doesn't really do much. The same with Torag, but Torag does drain your own energy. And Akrise, he uses all of the attack styles. So just watch out for him, but he is not really that much to worry about. Like I said, start off with Darok, Carol, Verak, Guthan, Torag, and then a Rim at the end, because he's the easiest. And that is pretty much it. Also, an easy mnemonic to memorize the order is Diego killed Varrock trading attack. So just remember, Diego killed Varrock guards trading attack. Darok, Karel, Verak, Guthan, Torag, Rim. It's kind of cheesy, but it works, because people do remember it. Yeah. So, the good thing about doing Darok first is, if you have a laggy connection, you could get that one done with first, because you have full prayer. Because if you did Darok last, you would probably die if you did Watch Your Prayer fast enough. So, that is just about it, guys. And other attack styles, you just do the same thing as I showed you in the one example I gave. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a lot of effort to make, and please subscribe. And bye-bye.